Okay, so let me see what's going on here. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I came back to, but I just gotta find my place. Um, okay, so I think we kind of worked through this on page Kuf Yud Bet, because he has an arichas over here, and we have to look at we're gonna have to look at that. I know we looked at it before, but I saw it. I saw a little bit last night. I'm thinking that well, it's another time to look at it. Whatever. So he says hazivug the lilo hu litzarach hazivug the yom. He said reading it, just reading the top here. Hazivug shel halaylo ben hazivug the abba ve'iba ben hazivug the zun. He gave us two different things that are happening at that time. The zig with the zun and the zig with the abba ve'ima. Bekeben shuhu gerua mizivug shel hayom. And since it's less, it's less. Muchrachu sheyeh l'tzorach haschalas tikun the zivug shel hayom. So therefore, it must be, if it's talking about exactly what his words are meaning here, I'm not sure, but because he says l'tzorach haschalas, because it takes place in order for the beginning of the tikkun that's going to take place in the daytime. Because this zivug, which is made in the daytime, at nighttime, gorem tikkun v'konenes klira yisod nukva. This is what it does. It causes a tikkun. And what is it? V'konenes, and the preparation of the kliya, the yisod of the nukva. It's a big thing here. So that she should the halos man, that she after this would be able to bring up man with that kli that's made, that was made, that be there ready and ready to go for the daytime. Okay, so now there's we'll look at the tiv and we'll see how much of the tiv we can do. So where are we exactly? Number Yud Aleph, Yud Aleph, Yud Aleph. It's a light print down at the bottom of the first column here. And it says like this. He said, Confusion is Baruch HaZivug HaNa'asa B'Yom Hu Mu'ulim HaZivug HaNa'asa B'Layla VaZivug Shal HaLayla Hu Rak HaChana The HaZivug Shal HaYom V'K'L'Holon. So he said, we'll skip the light print again. Yavur Indian Azivug the Bia Rishon Indian Miyuch Yudei. This is you got the word squashing Yudei Ima of Indian Miyuch Yudei Ima, the squashing that the hands of Ima can do. And that particular process, which is something you have to think about, what he's using this word Miyuch Yudei Ima. So what that means by that process, and whatever that means. Ana'asa b'chatzis halayla. V'inyanim eilohim v'arnim b'divrcharam b'kam b'makomos. V'his sugya arucha v'amuka v'yu'im v'meluyim. So maybe, I don't know, we're running out of time here. Maybe it'd be a chance to be able to look at those meluyim. I never looked at them before. V'yim v'meluyim, siman zayin, asher rachtoch v'inyan zeh. So I didn't look it up, so maybe next time I will. Okay, anyway, of Vinakdem B'Ktsara as a Klaus Indian, and now he's going to start into a little bit of a Riches here, this is our second time through it, but here it looks a little different. Let's see, this is my third time, so or fourth, I don't know what. Klau Hu B'Kol Zivugim B'Yonim, so this is all Zivugim B'Yonim, Ben B'Zivu the Abba B'Imba Ben B'Zivu the Zon, the Tzorach Kol HaZivug Gomer Loholeda. So he said, the Tzorach Kol Zivug Gomer Loholeda. Tzorach Tamid Ve'asos Shnei Zivugim. So in order for Leda to take place, you have to have two Zivugim. V'hu Machba Shakli HaYisod Shal Hanuk Eina Mesukim B'Tekidlah. So it's not really prepared at the beginning. It's not in the right condition. So he said, 1 second, let me just get this down here a little bit. And therefore, that she could find a way to be able to create a vav, to form, because she doesn't have the muscles or the structure to be able to do that. Okay, so therefore, the Hila Tzarek Le'asos Zivug Reishis Debia Rishon. So he said, Zivug Rishon Debia Rishona. So therefore, you have to have a preliminary Yichud. And through that second, or that first, whatever it is, the preliminary yichud, your misakin, that yichud shapes, these are my words, shapes the kli of the nuk. V'rak la'achar kan, and so only after this, na'asa zivug sheni makes a second zivug. Shuhu zivug da'hagamor, l'tzorach oled, is the shabbos of dashos, this is a complete and total yichud. Began ba'adam atachton, so also let's look at us. Matzino inyan zeh, we find this as well, k'da amrina b'gemara, amar Rav Shmuel ba'onya, v'shmei the Rav. Isha goylem he. Isha was a goylem. So I think it means like some kind of clay, something like that, moldable. Ve'ena koreses bris. So that's in the individual phrase too. She doesn't really. I think it means ties herself. Let's say just ties herself. Ela the mishi asa kli, and only to that which makes her into a kli. She can be molded. Behind the Shababiyah Rishona Basakin as Yisoda the Hiyod Bebechinas Kli, so it makes it possible for her to have this aspect of a Kli. Now, but she doesn't. This is preliminary to Ivor. Kamosha Amro before Ain Ha'isha Misaveret Rishona. Rak Bebi Shnina Ve'eloch who Zivugama Lohodeda. Then it's possible she Yochel Lohodzecha B'Meneglat. Ella the chiluk yesh bein ha'adam hatachton, but there's a difference between the upper man, the lower man. I'm sorry, I beg your pardon. Chiluk yesh bein ha'adam hatachton shebein shabo rak apam achar shayach b'chinas v'bir rishoni, because by us one time is a permanent one time. Because shachach rabios aim connected begetter, they're in the ballpark of the Bia Rishon of Shnia. Masha Ein came by Zivugim Mayone, which is not the case over there. Shebechem b'chol yom v'yom na'asach mechadesh Bia Rishon, because every single day this process is going on. But Tamhu, the reason why the Shiva b'chol yom nista, he says nistam yisod anuk. Every single day, the yisod of the nuk closes up. B'tzorach b'chol yom leposcha, and every day has to be opened up le'asosa kli mechadesh al yedecha b'bir rishona, to make a new kli through this bir rishona. V'hinecha b'vura b'zohar, so it said, the Zohar says like this, the b'shas bir rishona noisen azacha miyasoda the yisod hanekeva b'chinas rucha. Now we talked about, or we see it different places, we're actually talking about it in different tzniota, but it's a different, maybe different level. He brings in the ruach. Now ruach, the word ruach goes along with the concept of yitzira, which is zeranpin. So the whole thing matches up. So she matches with him, and he, as a result of that, she who is a clay, moldable clay, let's say, so to speak, he says, bechinas rucha, he puts that into her, like blows into shape. And what are these that he puts into her? Those are the 5 gevuras that are wind up and being placed into her yisod. So what is the need? What does it actually accomplish? Because from this it makes it possible for the birurim la'alos laman yisod to go up in man until the yisod of the yisod and find a place there. V'chein yada yada yesh b'koch klicha yisod v'kabel es hamad v'haman. Also through this it makes that possible too. That's a base kibble there. But let's sire sham source vlad, and to be able to form that, the formation of the vlad. So he says, now we're coming to the end of this little piece. He says, let me say this. How does that come about? So first it comes to Abba Ve'ima, make a Bia Rishon. V'noisen Abba Ve'ima b'yisodo as Bechinas Harucha, and places in the Yisod of the Nukva, the Bechina of the Rucha. So this also in her Yisod winds up that this Rucha is in the Yisod, and it goes into the Das and Sacham Aluva B'Yisod Ima. And then after that, after the Mochim are Nimshach into the Mochin Azah, the Kabbalah Yisod the Ima as Bechinas Rucha Shahoyaba. So he actually winds up with the Rucha, gets transferred into him. Now, when midnight comes, Olim Zun Lechek Abba Be'ima. So now that you have this transfer, this is what's also happening. This is that they go up into a higher place, into the breast, so to speak, of Abba Be'ima. The Sham Mizdav came, and there is a place where they're not afraid of the Hitzonim. So therefore they make a yichud. The Basham Miznav came Zivug de Bia Rishona, and that's where the Zivug of the Bia Rishona takes place. Uban Noisnim Zer Anpin the Nok as Bechinas Rucha, and that's the place, the position there, where Zer Anpin is able to place this Bechinas of the Rucha. Okay, let me just think about this. Let's go back to where it says of Chatzos Alayla, Olim Zun Lechek Abba Be'ima. So it doesn't say how they go up there. It makes it sound like it's like a natural phenomenon, like as the world turns, this is what happens at nighttime. Zun goes up to the Chek of Abba Be'ima, B'Sham Mizdavig, and in that place it's possible to make a yichud, a zivid devi rishon. Bon noisins are anpin and look as bechinas of rucha. Now she has the bechin of the rucha inside of her, or she is molded, so to speak. By union of the union zecha b'chucha zivug the bir rishona, who tikun echad and naasa. He's a one tikun and naasa will be so to look the hakina al hazivug to actually prepare for that. B'yesh decha b'tikun noisif and naasa yedecha b'yadayim b'ima. We mentioned that before, and what exactly is it talking about? Hama'akes as yisod the nook, which is able to squash down or mold. I think is what he wants to say. He's able to push it down or move it around in such a way that he's actually doing that. So we're going to see how that goes. V'vishu is bar v'cholam. That's going to be be later on. Both in sheyesh them shnei tikunim shonim shemachanach b'chutzachim arav b'shem siyas b'tikun klicha yisod the nook. V'olchem shtei inyan nifradim. Yisach v'ayin shafach hakavanot. So there's more to be said. One of them is echad, he says, is the tikun klicha yisod shalanok, v'hu na'asa yedecha v'miyach yidei ima. That has to do with ima. The second one, nisinas haruach miyisod, the zer anpin the yisod anok, beis hazivug debi rishayna. V'drash zeh yivur shtei tikunim elu. Okay, well, I'm out of time. I'm out of speed. I'm out of stuff to do. That's it for today. Appreciate your learning with me. Thank you.
Have a great job.
You too.